Shalom Yasha'Allah. I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, double honors to the apostles and elders in Great Millstone. Salutations to you brothers to the four corners of the earth, preaching His word in truth, love, and sincerity. And I just want to go over another quick history lesson, okay? And go through a quick precepts. Now, like I said before, the scriptures, the Bible, is also a history book, okay? Now, I want to mention these two locations that you see on the map. It's Pithom and Ramses, okay? These were ancient treasure cities that were built for a pharaoh by the enslaved Israelites that were living in Egypt, okay? Which are you Israelites, or are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native and Seminole Indians, okay? You were the Israelites. And the pyramids that were in Egypt that were built were by our ancestors. And also these treasure cities of Pithom and Ramses that I'm about to show you with different images, okay? But furthermore, I want to get straight into the scriptures to prove how these places are mentioned, and even in some different history lessons that I'm going to start doing, some people that were mentioned in the Bible. Okay? Just another proof to you that, hey, the Bible is no fictional book, man. This is not a fairy tale. Okay? Some of these same people that you hear these top scholars mention about in these top colleges and, you know, these schools and through all these history lessons, hey, they're all mentioning them, but hey, all these people in these different locations are where? In the Bible. Okay? Like I said, the Bible is a book of prophecy, a book of history, right? And a book of laws, statutes, and commandments. Okay? So now we're dealing with this is after Joseph's death, okay? Because, you know, if you go back to the story of Joseph, he was dealing in Egypt, okay? He became in favor to the Pharaoh under Egypt behind a dream he had. So, but you can go back through all that and read up upon that and get the history behind that. But I want to deal with after Joseph's death, okay? So let's go to the book of Exodus, the first chapter. All right. And it reads, it says, "Now these are the names of the children of Israel, which came into Egypt. Every man in his household came with Jacob. Reuben, Simeon, Levi, and Judah, Issachar, Zebulun, Benjamin, Dan, and Naphtali, Gad, and all the souls that came out of the loins of Jacob were 70 souls. For Joseph was in Egypt already. And Joseph died, and all his brethren, and all that generation. And the children of Israel were fruitful and increased abundantly, and multiplied and waxed exceedingly mighty, and the land was filled with them. Now there arose up a new king over Egypt, which knew not Joseph. And he said unto his people, Behold, the people of the children of Israel are more and mightier than we. So, these people they're speaking of is who? These are these Hamites, okay, the Africans. The true Africans, the Egyptians, hey, they're Hamitic, okay, and we are Shemitic. We're both dark races, but we're two different manners and ethnicity or different races of people, okay, even though we're both of a dark skin complexion. But the Pharaoh that knew not Joseph, that didn't have no favor with him, you know, hey, he seen that the children of Israel were mighty and greater than them. And they, you know, felt like, hey, this is our city, this is our land, you know. And it says, Come on, let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply, and it come to pass that when there falleth out any war, they'll join also unto our enemy and fight against us, and so get them up out of the land. Therefore they did set over them taskmasters to afflict them with burdens, and they built for Pharaoh treasure cities, Pithom and Ramses, okay, which is in Egypt. Now let's go get a few images. So let's go to the city of Pithom, all right, which it looks like it's in a bunch of ruins now, okay. But here go some images. Hey, because these places exist, these people exist. The Bible is a true book. You see? Hey, it doesn't show that many great images, but it just gives you an idea and a location and how we built. Okay, now that's a different place, all right. Hey, but Pithom was an actual city that the Hebrews built. Okay, the Israelites under who? The hand of the Egyptians. Now let's go to Ramesses. Okay. And Ramesses was what? An actual pharaoh that lived as well. And who do you think they had built in all these different things? Through hard bondage, slavery. The Israelites. Okay? They had us build up their great city, man. Okay? Through hard bondage and labor. Well, I didn't mean to do that. Let me see. I was trying to show another image of the Israelites walking in bondage and doing labor work on the walls in Egypt. Okay, well, I can't find it at the time, but hey, but this is showing you that what, man? Hey, these things exist, man. Okay? Everything you can find in the Bible is authentic, man. It's real. Hey, even what you don't see. Alright? So, let's go back to verse 11. Exodus 1 and 11 says, therefore they did set over them taskmasters to afflict them with their burdens, and they built for Pharaoh treasure cities, Pithom and Ramesses. But the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew, and they were grieved because of the children of Israel. So they're like, man, we're putting hell on the Israelites, man. But hey, the women are having more babies. You know, they're growing exceedingly more. They're becoming stronger. What can we do with them? Verse 13, it says, the children, Salak, it says, and the Egyptians made the children of Israel to serve with rigor, and they made their lives bitter with hard bondage, and mortar and brick, and in all manner of service. In the field, all their service wherein they made them serve was with rigor. You know what I mean? Of hard bondage, hard, strict bondage, man. Okay? Hey, building them pyramids, building all them different statues, all them different cities they want to create for them. Hey, they made the Israelites build all that, man, with hard bondage. You know? Hey, and the Egyptians was what? The Egyptians was our first captivity, man. What you Egyptians are you Africans today. Alright, you Africans, because the Negroes in America, alright, and scattered throughout the earth, they're not no Africans, okay? They're not no Egyptians, they're Israelites. And we're two different people, okay? The Lord has made a difference between the children of Israel and the Egyptians. You see? Hey, I get that. That's Exodus 11 and 7. It reads, it says, but against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue, against man or beast, that ye may know that the Lord doth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel. Okay, so he made us a different people, man. We are not the same, even though we're both dark races. Hey, but the point of this lesson was I wanted to show, just a quick history lesson on the location of Pithom and Ramses. Was an actual place. And they were cities that the Israelites built up, okay, under the enslavement of the Egyptians, which are the real Africans today.